Hi everyone. If you would have seen any of my past videos, you would know that most of the content that I take for the videos have been taken from the different books that I have read over the past few years. In this video, I'm going to share a few takeaways from the book Fail Fast, Fail Often. This book is an interesting book focusing on the importance of making mistakes and overcoming failures. So let's get started, and please stay till the end because every concept is very different, unique and important in itself. All the further contents of this video have directly been taken from the book. These are not made up or edited by me in any way. The first takeaway from the book Fail Fast, Fail Often, written by authors Ryan Babineux and John Trumbolz. The author says that the times when we fail are the times when we make the most progress. Hence, making mistakes coincides with making personal progress. The more you fail, the more you live, and the more you will deserve a wonderful life, as mentioned in the book. If we take a look at the lives of successful people, we feel that their life is so good that they have got everything that they wanted. But we don't look at the number of failures that they have overcome to reach there. The different trials and errors, the different methodologies they adopted in life. Some worked, some didn't, but they always moved on. The book for this concept gave two examples. The first is the success of Starbucks. Starbucks, the brand that it is today, is because of a number of revisions, experiments that it has gone through over the years to stand where it is standing through. It has overcome a lot of rejections, experiments, and adjustments to become what it is today. The second example that the book talks about is the success story of Walt Disney, or rather the failure story of Walt Disney, because Walt Disney was a person who was rejected multiple times by just the newspaper saying that he lacked in creativity in designing the cartoons. And the rest is history. He kept on trying, he kept on applying, and finally Hollywood was just a step away for him. The difference between these two stories and the rest of the stories is that these people or companies gave themselves the permission to fail again and again and again until they started seeing the light of the day. They made sure that they understand that making mistakes coincides with making progress. On these lines, I would like to quote Andrew Stanton, the director of the movie Wall-E and Finding Nemo, who says, "My strategy has always been be wrong as fast as you can. This basically means we are going to screw up. Let's just admit that. Let's not be afraid of that, but let's do it as fast as we can so we can get to the answer. You can't get to adulthood before you go through puberty. I won't get it right the first time, but I will get it wrong really soon, really quickly, to at the end realize what success is." The book also quotes a real life story over here. Once upon a time, there was a stand-up comedian, C.K. Lewis, and he was extremely popular and one of the best comedians in the US. So someone went onto the stage and asked him, "CK, I am just starting to enter into this field. What suggestion do you have for me?" Lewis replied, "I have no suggestion for you. The only road to a good show is a bad one. Just go start having a bad time, and if you don't give up, you will get better." The author in the book says, no one dies by making mistakes or by doing the wrong things. When people avoid failure, that becomes like a killer. Having fear of failure makes us lose out on opportunities for new growth. People act in ways that guarantee failure to avoid failure. The second concept that is explained in the book is the fact that it's very important to take action in life, and nothing happens with just ideas. Whatever has changed the world is only through one's action. We feel that there are a lot of big efforts that one needs to take to bring about any change in one's life. But that's not true. Some people have quit smoking at just a thought of not buying another pack of cigarettes. So ideas don't change the world, efforts do. And that's what the author stresses upon in the book. The third action item that the author in the book talks about is divide your goals into different small parts so they look more achievable. For example, if you have to read a whole book and you have a deadline of 1 week, divide that into 7 different days and by the number of pages. So you know how much of your goal needs to be accomplished in a single day. That would make the goal achieving process much more simpler. The fourth and the last thing that the author of the book suggests is that we should always act curious and act like a beginner. Doing things initially like a beginner makes you meet new people, learn new stuff, have new perspectives, and make new memories. The author urges people to act like beginners who are eager to learn, curious, and don't expect perfection from themselves. Because the book is revolving around facing and overcoming failures, the conclusion of the book is all about that. The author says that we should deliberately try to fail at the maximum attempts and do it as fast as possible so we know what to learn from our mistakes and we can move on from them. No one enjoys failing or making mistakes, but the fear of failure prevents us from experiences that we could have had if we wouldn't have feared that thing. Successful people have a knack for performing poorly. They deliberately face challenges so they can face what they are capable of not doing, overcoming that, and succeeding. Do something that you have always been wanting to do and give yourself the permission to perform badly at it. Because even if you fail, you will have an ultimate experience of a lifetime. Because while some things may not work out, you are missing out on unbelievable opportunities by not trying at all. I understand that reading books can be extremely time consuming, but these are the four main takeaways that I had from this book and the conclusion thereafter. I hope you find the contents of this video useful, and if you did, please do share it with someone close to you.